So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Solomon James, and it's a pleasure reaching out to you from the city of Lagos. This is going to be an interesting evening as we'll be having a special guest joining us in this webinar tonight. Now, times are changing, the economy is changing and will change more drastically. Right now, the world is fighting a health war, but trust me, the fallout will also be an economic war, and we have not entered that phase. What we are doing right now is to be proactive, to take our chances and begin to create something for ourselves as the day go by. And it's my pleasure to be joined this evening with a friend and a brother and someone I value so dearly and I hold in very high esteem. Now, he gave me the lead into what we'll be discussing tonight. And I'm glad to have my brother all the way from Abuja. He is a half Ghanaian and a full Nigerian, because he's more Nigerian than being a Ghanaian. And he will be our anchor for tonight as we go through this opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring to the microphone the one and only Chief Duncan. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, Chairman. It's a massive pleasure to be working with you on Immeri. And I love this business, and I love the partnership that we have decided to engage in to really let a lot of people benefit from this opportunity. And those of you who are on this call, we are here to serve you, especially those of you who are very first timers on to get to know about Immeri. We are sure that by the time we finish with this presentation, you'll be glad you spent time to be part of this call. We don't take your time for granted. We appreciate you, and we know at the end of the day, it will be worth the time and the investment. Those of you who are constantly on these calls, we really appreciate you because you have to spend data to be on this call. So let's use this opportunity to build our business. As my brother said, my name is Duncan Alangia from Ghana, but Nigeria has accepted me so much that I have so many names. My Akwa Ibom name is Sudemebong. I have a Yoruba name, Oluwasewu, an Igbo name, Chinedu. Well, I got one from the north here, but I'll reserve that for another time. But let me just tell you today's facts. 96% of people are lying awake at night, and they are worrying about their health and finances. And this was actually done in the US by a pollster. I am sure the percentage of people worrying about their health and finances is much higher in Africa, all right? And that means that we should all be excited when we see an opportunity that can help solve one or the other of these two problems. But interestingly, Immeri is here, and Immeri has the two solutions to these problems. So what is Immeri? Immeri is actually driven from the word Immer, and Immer means eternity. It's a German word that means eternity. Then they added the I to stand for international. So Immeri is an international company that has been built to last. So that is the mindset with which the founders of Immeri build the business with. So there are three founders, Tan Kan Fu and Lo Chang Guan, and then Yap Wayen. These are the gentlemen who decided to put this particular revolutionary business together that will help all of us to achieve those two lofty goals that they have set. They have over 100 years experience in direct selling industry and the corporate management. So they brought their vast experience to bear in setting up this company, which we are going to show you the details. All right. So the mission of Immeri is to bring happiness. They also created a platform for financial freedom for people who want to pursue it in that area. Number three, to provide the opportunity to continuously grow. And number four, to give us a chance to give back to society. You can only give what you have. So if you have good health and you have a source of income that can make you financially free, then it won't be difficult for you to share it with other people. And that is exactly what Immeri has done. And that is our core values. So our core values are sharing is rewarding, because it is more blessed to give than to take. And then also success breeds success. So helping others to succeed. It means that if you get to use Immeri product and they work for you, if you get to use Immeri business and you make money out of it, it will be very easy for you to share that with other people. And when they also get on board or use the product, they will get similar results. And then filial piety, that is respect, love, and caring. And that is a culture that Immeri is duplicating where so you are welcome to this family. Now we are already in several countries. Immeri started in 2016. The head office in Malaysia, but we are in China, we are in Taiwan, we are in Hong Kong, we are in Philippines, we are in Brunei, we are in Ghana. Was the first African country to get started in 2018, late 2018. Nigeria opened last year to launch. So it is still very, very good time for all of us. Well, the whole Nigeria is here to know about it. You are already getting to know about it. Egypt opened last year, November, okay? And South Africa is about opening. So my brother Solomon will come up later and show you what all this means in Immeri synergistic system, where you can sit in your country and earn from all these other countries that are also open and doing business. Somebody does business in their own country, and you get paid in your country even though you have not been there to open up your business. That is what the synergistic board system is all about, which you are going to get to know about. All right. Now, this is our office, our head office in Nigeria, in Lagos, #1 Chief Okupe Road, Mende, Maryland. Is so conspicuous you cannot miss it when you are traveling on the Kurudu Road in Lagos. Okay. And I like to show this office because this is a demonstration of their commitment to our market. They are here to stay. They have paid for it for 5 years ahead, brought in people from outside the country to be working in this building, about 6 of them, to make things very easy for the rest of us to build this business. All right. Now, Immeri has our product commitment. 3 main commitments: that we are going to produce product with a conscience. So we produce only product that we ourselves will consume. So we have so much confidence in the product that it is because of our well-being that the products are even out there. Number 2, as far as possible, Immeri uses green and natural raw materials. And number 3, we use the highest craftsmanship out there to produce the product to be of the highest quality available. All right. So this product will meet any stringent regulations in any country that they go. And that is so assuring. You are not here to give anybody product that will not work or that will have side effects on anybody. Immeri has taken time to research and invest so much into R&D to come out with this product that the only feedback you get from users of the product is that they are good. And that is something to be proud of. Immeri have 5 product brand series. We have the Ima Care, which has to do with the intimate care aspect. So we have products that take care of that. We shall be looking at that. Then we have the Ima Plus, that's the health and functional food. All right. Then we have Ima Bell, and then Ima Home, and then Ima Light. So for now, we have 2 categories of the products. That's the Ima Care and then the Ima Plus product in the market. So we have Virgin, which is part of the Ima Care for the intimate care side. And then you have Adwelle and Vitide for the functional food aspect. All these products have Food and Drugs Board approval. And that is one beautiful thing you can always rest assured about Immeri. Whichever country that they go through, they are patient enough and law-abiding enough to go through the regulatory procedures to get certification for the product that they are going to bring into that particular country. So FDA is for Ghana, and these are the certificates. NAFDAC is for Nigeria, and these are the certificates. So you can rest assured that you are dealing with quality products. Now let's look at some statistics. Africa is the second largest continent in the world and the second most populous continent with a total population of 1.3 billion people. Ghana has a total population, estimated population of 30 million. And out of that, 49% of that is female in their reproductive age. And then in Nigeria, you have an estimate of 202.2 million people with 49.4% being female. That's 99.886 million are female. So what is important? Why is it so important? It is important because a research was done in Nigeria and Ghana. And the research found out that 25% of women, that is 3.6 million, and then 14.2 million, that's not 14.2%, that is 14.1 million women in Nigeria all are infected with bacterial vaginosis, all right? Bacterial vaginosis is an infection that is caused by the imbalance between good and bad bacteria in the female's vagina. God created a vagina with good bacteria to help defend it, but because of what the vagina is used for and where it is prone to bad bacteria infection. So there are times that the bad bacteria will outnumber the good bacteria, and this will result in that imbalance, then leading to foul-smelling discharges, vaginal itching, gray, white, and greenish discharges. These are unpleasant situations that women will find themselves in. And I even understand that there are some women that will even have it, but they don't show the symptoms yet. And that is even very dangerous, all right? And statistics have also, or research has also shown that women that get infected with bacterial vaginosis and get treated for it, get reinfected within 30 days, or it comes back within 30 days of treatment. And the reason is not far-fetched because most of the time they use antibiotics to try to treat this bacterial vaginosis. And that also is a problem because antibiotics has been shown to kill the good bacteria even first than the bad bacteria. So at the end of the day, the treatment is actually not completely taken care of. So the natural occurrence is that if they are exposed to the bad bacteria, then there will be a recurrence. But so this is a cycle. So it means that you have to look for a better option of treating it. And the better option is to grow the good bacteria. Now, all these symptoms some people might say, well, they can manage them. But the problem is that if it is not properly taken care of, it can lead to more problems, bigger and deeper problems. What are you talking about? We are talking about deep infections. We are talking about pelvic inflammatory diseases, which is as a result of sexual transmitted infections, which will now lead to the pelvic inflammatory diseases as well. Ovaritis infertility, and these are also inflammations of the oviduct or the fallopian tubes, which can also have its own bad effects on the woman as well. Ovaritis, that's the inflammation of the ovaries, and all these things can lead to infertility. Then you also have cervical erosion, dry sexual pain, other secretion susceptibility, STIs or STDs infections, including HIV. So WHO actually came out with their reports for last year that every day 1 million people globally are infected with STIs, and that is a serious situation. And it's also a risk factor. What makes women more prone to that is the fact that when they have bacterial vaginosis, which is not treated, then they are prone to getting STIs from their sexual partners, their male sexual partners who are infected with it. But if a woman's system is free of bacterial vaginosis and the defenses are intact, then it is more difficult for them to easily get infected with STIs. Then you also have allergies or neonatal infections where the babies in the womb of the pregnant mother can also get infected. So the mother has passed the infections on to their children in the form of allergies or serious other serious infections. Then you have fetus underweight, where the baby in the womb is not getting all the nutrients that they need because of the infections from the mother. Then you have abortions or preterm deliveries, okay, or miscarriages. All this can be secondary uh, issues because the woman originally has bacterial vaginosis, women's cancer, and so many other things. So this is just from bacterial vaginosis. But that is not all. There are other gynecological issues that will also come about because the female system is actually not functioning the way it's supposed to function. So it is something that needs serious attention. And thankfully, Immeri has come out with Vagine. And Vagine is a natural gynecological gel made from natural nutrients that enhances the well-being of the female reproductive system. The way God created it to protect and defend itself, this Vagine has ingredients that will go and help the female reproductive system to function as it was created to do. So let's look at it in brief. We have the ovaries, you have the uterus, and you have the vagina. That is where the defensive mechanisms are because it's the only entrance and exit to the female reproductive system. So, and where it is, as I said earlier, is prone to infections. But God knew that and put in defensive mechanisms in there to protect the place against the bad bacteria that will be invading the place. So let's look at what is important here. For our discussion, we are talking about the lactobacillus, which is the beneficial bacteria, which is like the gatekeeper in there, this ones here, to make sure that a constant healthy pH of 3.5 to 4.4 is maintained to ensure that any bad bacteria that gets in there, the acidic environment will be enough to either kill some of them or to actually inhibit their growth, all right? Another thing is that antibacterial peptides and bacteriocides are also produced in conjunction with the lactobacillus to defend the place against pathogenic attack like this. If any pathogen gets into the area and survives the bacteria, the acidic environment, then this antibacterial peptides and bacteriocides will go into physical combat like this to destroy them. And then you also have a TLK receptor, which acts as a CCTV camera to actually be able to fish out and capture any disguised pathogen that is trying to sneak through, and then it will now send signals for the body to send in immune proteins to squash. So this is how God created the female system to protect itself. That's why the medical people will tell you that don't use anything to put in there. Don't even use the normal bathing soap because the normal bathing soap is alkaline. So once you use it there, it's going to react with the acid there. And once the pH is not maintained, then the place is becoming a conducive place for bad bacteria to thrive. So the place is naturally self-defending and self-cleaning. So long as the woman is eating all the nutrients that she needs to nourish all these microorganisms that God has created in there to protect her. But that is a problem because usually we don't have all the nutrients available all the time. And because of stress of life, so many things happen, and then the female loses her natural defensive mechanism. And that is why you need help, all right? Now, the second major cause of problems is the kind of lifestyle that women, out of maybe they have not been informed. So a lot of them try to clean the place by using disinfectants. I've heard women use Izal. I've heard women use alum. I've heard women use Dettol, TCP, and what have you to try to wash down the traditional medicines, herbs, and even the antibiotics. All these ones sometimes will try to kill the bad bacteria which find themselves there, but they also wipe off all the defensive mechanisms that God created in there, leaving the woman more vulnerable. So any little exposure to bad bacteria becomes big trouble because the bacteria will be thriving in there since there's no resistance in there from the female, from the woman, all right? So then they take over the place. They can move into places that they shouldn't move in, and that there's no need to despair because Immeri has brought in Vagine. So what does Vagine do? Vagine, as I told you earlier, is made up of natural ingredients that inhibits the bad bacteria and promotes the growth of the good bacteria and maintains the delicate balance of the flora, raising the self-cleaning mechanism. All right, so you have antibacterial peptides and immune peptides in vagine. You have natural organic acids, okay? And then you have seaweed extraction. You have 100% essential oils, which also inhibits the bad bacteria and calms and relaxes and soothes the state of the emotions of the woman. Okay, so this helps with hormonal issues. A lot of women in menopausal and during menopausal and after the postmenopausal stages have so many issues to deal with in terms of mood swings and other things. Vagine helps with that. You also have vitamin E, but that maintains the delicate balance of the female hormones in the body and improves symptoms that are caused by hormonal deficiency. So any woman who has issues with hormonal deficiency, the vitamin E in vagine will help to deal with all that. Then you have the probiotic polysaccharides, which feeds the good bacteria, the lactobacillus, and all that, so that they can be energized and fortified enough to do their work. And then you have the hydrating effect and promotes nutritional absorption of the skin and the secretion of aging properties. So it increases the skin elasticity and promotes the regeneration of the injured skin. So when a woman uses that, it actually overhauls and brings it back to its normal state and renews all the cells. And that is what also helps to bring a youthful stage, irrespective of the age of the woman. So vagine is an amazing product for every woman. So if a woman uses it, what does it do? Number one, it enhances the growth of the beneficial bacteria again, and then the antibacterial pathogen or the antipathogens are also going to be produced again in the right number, which is the ovaries, restores the elasticity, and then also improves the sexual life for women. In Africa here, when women are give literally numbs the sensory nerves in there, and so vagine helps restore that back so the woman can feel herself and can be in the mood for sex when she has to be in the mood for sex, and she can also enjoy it. All right, so what are our users of vagine saying? Over 90% of the users agree that it's excellent malodor eliminating effect, reduces infection, it's excellent anti-itching, relieves redness and pain, and also over 95% of users also agree that it's highly moisturizing, vaginal tightening, improves the quality of sexual intercourse for both men and women. In fact, the testimonies of vagine are amazing. Vagine has been in Nigeria for like a year, and by the grace of God, we've started seeing the vagine babies. A lot of ladies who had one issue or the other, and their systems were not functioning properly, started using vagine. Some were not there, they had irregular menstrual cycles, and they started using that, and it's corrected everything, and they'll be able to conceive and give birth to their normal, healthy, bouncing babies. And that is amazing. We also had testimonies of women who had menstrual cramps. They used it and it stopped. I have a lady in Abuja here. She, in fact, I understand previously, if she's in her monthly flow, she doesn't go to work for like 4 days. But after meeting Virginia and using it, she was in the flow and went to work for the very first time in her life. And you can imagine the euphoria amongst her family members when they saw and heard that. They actually came in with an entourage to come and thank the person who gave them the vagine. And that was very interesting to hear. All right. So if you are a woman here, try vagine. Recommend vagine to your family members and your friends. And I can tell you they'll be happy you did. If you are a man too, give it to your wife, and you will be the happier person because that place will not be the same again. All right. Now let's move to the next product, and they are the best natural wellness and anti-aging products in the world. We have the Adwelle and then the Vitide. The Adwelle, we shall look at the two of them, but they are amazing products. The Vitide is simply fragments of a protein called peptides, and that is what feeds your cells and helps your body to function. Okay, and then the Adwelle takes care of your gastrointestinal tract, your digestive system completely. We have enzymes in them, and we have also nutrients that also help the good bacteria in there. So let's look at the details. So Adwelle is actually plant-based enzyme extracted from grains and fruits and other plant-based sources. So the your gastrointestinal tract is very important for your well-being. In fact, 70% of your immune system depends on your your gastrointestinal tract. So what is the gut microbiome? I like to share a few things on this so that we really know the importance of the Adwelle. The term gut microbiome refers to specifically the microorganisms living in your intestines. All right. So a person has about 300 to 500 different species of bacteria in their digestive tract. And that is about 3 million and above different bacteria in there. Here we are talking about just the different species. All right. So the state of your gut will in turn affect other aspects of your health, such as the brain, the heart, your immune system, your skin, weight, hormone levels, ability to absorb nutrients, and even the development of cancer, all right, also suppressing cancer. So there are 7 common indicators of an unhealthy gut, and that is why you know that you need to start doing something fast. Otherwise, those ones could degenerate into serious problems. So you have upset stomach, you have some people have high sugar diet cravings. They crave for sugary things. Some people have unintentional weight changes. It means that you have not changed anything in your diet or your exercise regime, and yet your weight is fluctuating, and that could be an indication that your gut has a problem that you need to fix. Sleep disorders or constant fatigue, that can also be an indication that there's a problem with your gut. Skin irritation, autoimmune conditions where your body is attacking itself, and then you have food intolerances where certain foods that you eat cannot be digested at all. These are all signs that your digestive system or your gut is not in a top shape. In fact, it has been confirmed that about 115 different diseases of human beings is traceable to an unhealthy gut. And that is not something you should take lightly since we eat on daily basis. So you have to make sure that that particular system is well kept and is operating optimally if you want to be healthy and you want to continue to recover from other ailments that you have actually accumulated over the years. So in the Adwelle, we have enzymes. So what are enzymes? Not only enzymes, you have enzymes and other things, but the enzymes is one of the biggest things that we have in the Adwelle. So what are enzymes? Enzymes catalyze chemical reactions in the human body. So they help the body to break down the large complex molecules into smaller molecules, such as glucose, so that the body can use them as fuel for the energy. So we have the Adwelle, as I said, and it's plant-based. But our Adwelle is special because we have used 2 patent technologies, okay, patented technologies to produce them. So we have what we call the bioenzyme nutritional enhancement technology. So this actually activates the metabolic enzymes in the plant, which eliminates most anti-nutritional factors. There are some people who don't eat pineapple or pawpaw because they react to it. So this bioenzymes, what it does is that it actually any ingredient in these grains of fruit that will have allergies for other people, okay? And then it also greatly enhances the nutritional contents and overall nutritional value of the ingredients, as well as the enzymic activities of the enzymes, okay? That's what it does. We have the smart technology, which also enhances the nutritional value as well, the quality and quantity, and activating the enzymes of the ingredients by eliminating the remaining anti-nutritional factors, all right, through the micronization within a short period of time to make sure that the enzymes are working and working very fast. It increases the enzymic activity by up to 200%, and also effectively increases the absorption, the efficacy, the taste, and the texture. So not only does it increase the speed of the digestion process, it also helps the body to absorb the nutrients as quickly as it can, and then expels the waste as fast as it can as well. So that is what we have. So our Adwelle is a high activity plant-based enzymes complex. We have 5 different enzymes in it, and that is very good because one enzyme will catalyze only one reaction. So we have lipase, which breaks down the fat and oil. We have the proteins that break down the protein into peptides or amino acids. Then you have the amylase, which break down the carbohydrates. And the 3 of them, our bodies produce them, our digestive system produce that. But we also have the antioxidant enzyme, which the body doesn't produce, and then the fibrolytic enzyme, which the body doesn't produce. But these ones are very necessary to help enhance the well-being of the body. All right. You also have prebiotics added. These are like fertilizer for the good bacteria in your gut so that they can help to inhibit the proliferation of the harmful bacteria. All right. So this will eventually help to balance the intestinal bacteria, to also regulate the intestinal pH, relieves constipation, promotes mineral absorption, lower fat and cholesterol, regulates blood sugar, and improves your immune system. So in effect, or in summary, the benefits of Adwelle are it improves the intestinal health, anti-inflammation, prevents blood clot, prevents cancer, increases metabolism, and helps in weight loss. So Adwelle is a must for anybody who really wants to stay healthy and live a longer lifestyle. Adwelle has, for me, that's my favorite product because I used to have issues with my digestive system. I couldn't eat solid food after 6 p.m. If I did eat the next day, I'll be like I've been beaten during my sleep. So I'll need like 3 hours to be able to gather myself to get back and functioning normally. But guess what? After I discovered Adwelle and started taking it, no hour is too late for me. I can take my food anytime so long as I take my Adwelle. The next day I'll be up and running and my system will be clean and sharp. But of course, I don't eat late because of that. I still maintain my healthy living practices. All right. So try it, and I can tell you, you also have a testimony to share. Now, Vitide is a micromolecule bioactive peptide. All right. So what is peptide? Protein, as we all know, is the basic material that form all the tissues and organs in the body. So we are basically protein. So peptide is formed when 2 or more amino acids linked together by a peptide bond. So it is the fundamental structural and functional unit of protein that maintain the human body. So, and so the cell uses peptide to function. How? To grow, all your cells are grown by the peptide, the presence of peptide. So that is why you need a lot of peptide in your system. So it grows the muscles, the skin, the hair. Any cell that you can think about is grown by peptide. And don't forget, I said peptide is 2 or more amino acids. So you can either say amino acids or peptide, but it's peptide that we're talking about. And that is a group of amino acids. So deficiency will lead to premature aging, muscle loss, wrinkles, and many other things. Then peptide is also used to regulate your bodily functions. You are talking about nutrients absorption, you are talking about transportation, you are talking about hormones and enzymes, you are talking about the immune system, you are talking about metabolism. All these are regulated by peptide. So deficiency is going to lead to malnutrition, metabolic syndrome, obesity, and low immunity. And then peptide is also used for repairing your cells, detoxification, and also causing the natural cell death. So when the cells have been used up or they finish doing their work, they are supposed to die and be replaced. If they don't die, all those bad cells that have finished their useful work and don't die can lead to cancerous situations. So deficiency can lead to what? Cancer, and that is basically what it is. So peptides are building blocks of the cells, and so if you have enough peptide in your body, then your cells will be able to repair themselves and keep you younger and healthier for a longer period. So somebody will say, well, but I eat a lot of protein from meat, so I should have enough peptide. Since you say that protein will be digested into peptide. Yes, you can say so, but you can also have issues there because the protein needs to be broken down. And so if you have a poor digestive system, then definitely you wouldn't get enough peptide to be able to get all your cells what they need to function and do what they are supposed to do, as we have listed above. And then number two, the poor absorption. Okay, even though your body might be able to digest the protein into peptide, it might not be able to absorb enough of it. Okay, and that will also give you problems. Then you also lack of the essential amino acids. It's not all the amino acids or the peptide that your body needs that you get from the normal meat that you eat. Okay, because so you need to get from other sources which will augment what you are eating from the meat. And let me also just say here that a lot of meat is also not too good for us, because some animals also have their toxins already. So whilst you are eating the meat from them, you are also eating those things too, and that can also lead to other problems, of course. And then excess meat too can put a lot of pressure on your liver and your kidneys, because your liver will have to secrete the enzymes continuously to be able to digest that, and that can put a lot of pressure on your kidneys and your liver as well. So basically, when you augment it with this one, our peptide, we call it a soya micromolecule bioactive peptide, and it is a peptide with the active role in the body's physiological function. So this peptide that we're talking about is it has high performance because it contains 17 amino acids, including the 9 essential amino acids. It's also highly active. It's non-genetically modified soya extract from natural green raw materials, which are safe for consumption by the human body. And it also has a higher absorption due to its lower molecular weight. So this is a very, very good source of peptide for your cells. And science has proven that the peptide from soybean is very good because it has so many benefits for the human body. And so it is something that has been researched and proven. So it will vitalize you. That means that it activates the cellular activity and removes free radicals. It restores, it repairs the damaged cells and reconditions the cell structures. And then it also promotes cellular assimilative function and normalizes your metabolism. It also inhibits, that means it strengthens your immune system and may inhibit cell mutation. So the benefits of Vitide, in summary, is that it protects your cells, it slows down aging, it prevents cancer, it regulates blood pressure, it restores skin and muscle elasticity, it also strengthens your muscles, it eliminates fatigue, it increases immunity, and also help in weight loss. How does it increase immunity? One, it increases the production of immune cells. So that is how your immunity is increased. It also promotes the natural killer cell activity and cytokine regulation. So it increases the ability of your cells to kill the bacteria or viruses. And it also increases your metabolism and enhances your blood pressure, your blood circulation, so that the blood can carry the cells to wherever they are going. I mean, there's an attack of pathogens. So these are the various ways that Vitide will help improve your immune system. And in this era of COVID-19, if there is one product that you need to actually enhance your immunity, I think one of them that should be on your list should be Vitide. because it's been proven all over the world that people who have a higher immunity are those that even when they got the virus, they were able to recover from it. So the best way to fight COVID-19 is to use Vitide. I think I'll end here and let my friend, okay. The fourth one is that it's also a powerful antioxidant, okay? That's how it also helps. So I'll end here and let my friend Solomon James take you through our Immeri plan, which for me, like Solomon James said, the world has changed. And in this COVID-19 or post-COVID-19, a lot of things are drastically going to change. So you need to look ahead and see the trends in the world and to also strategically position yourself so you are not left behind. And one of the ways is to use Immeri as a business, because we have a plan that we can actually trust, and he will come and show us the details of it, how they have built a technological driven system that can deliver products in this era of COVID-19 to your doorstep, even in Nigeria here. And then they pay real-time bonuses. And it's so unconventional that you sit in your country and you get the opportunity to earn from other people also building in their own country. And the system is transparent because you can know exactly how much you are going to earn when you get to a particular rank. There's no negotiations about it. There's no delay about it. There's no playing games about that. And that is what is so assuring about Immeri's plan, that we can use to easily become financially free so we can help other people too. So at this point, I'll end here and thank you so much for your time, and hand over to Solomon James to take you through the next stage.
Wow, 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 wow. Thank you so much, Udemebong, Oluwaseun, what Chinedu. I would have added Gambari to it, but don't understand that one yet. Chief Duncan, thank you very much for that explicit explanation of the Immeri product. And let me quickly say this, that the product of any company is the heartbeat of that company. It's not about the money, because you can make money anyway, okay? But once there is no valuable product or service attached to it, then you should be wary. Last night, somebody sent something, one of my friends, and I saw him making a post that you can join something they've just begun between 10,000 to 1 million naira, and you will do 50% in 7 days. In fact, they actually claim in 3 days you will do 50%. I said that would be good. The entire world will be out of recession. It's just to take our national budget and drop it, and in 3 days, let's see how they give 50% back to Nigeria. I mean, the palliatives will be making sense. But guys, what's the product backing it up? What's the value coming in that you could do 50% in 3 days, okay, for that large number of people? So for us, before we talk about the business, there was need to actually show you the value of the product. And like he showed you the Virgin for our ladies, showed you the Adwelle, showed you the Vitide. These products are very effective and people are using this product. Now the question will be, how do I begin to enjoy this product? How do I have access to this product? Immeri has given us 3 doorways to accessing this product. The first one is what we call the classic program. Then we have the agency program. Then we have the wholesale program. So let me take you through this. Now, in Naira, how to access this? If you are joining us in Naira, the classic package is 59,200 Naira. Okay, to join with 59,200, you can begin your journey. Now, the classic package only began when they were coming into Nigeria. There was no classic package in the makeup of Immeri, but because we know some persons will really want to start without much headache, and so let's say, okay, let's create something for them. But the next is the agency package. Again, I encourage, if you can do this and you have the means, or you can stretch yourself, I'll encourage you to do the agency pack. Now, the agency pack is 295,930. It also comes with 30% discount on any product for the rest of your life. If you join with the classic package, you'll be buying the product at the members price. There is a standard members price on each product. If you join with the agency, you, apart from picking your first set of product for the rest of your life, you no longer buy at the members price. You enjoy 30%. You don't need to bring anybody. You don't need to rank advance. It comes with your registration. 30% once you make any extra order. Then we have the what we call the tiers, the wholesale from tier 1 to tier 4, ranging from about 339,825, let's say 740,000 naira, to about 2.9 million. So let's say 3 million naira. Now, what's the benefit of this? Now, for example, somebody joins with the tier 1, which is 739,825. You do not get product worth 739,000. You actually get product valued at 940,000. There is an extra 20% of product added to you. Meanwhile, you are also going to be enjoying 50% discount on this product for the rest of your life. 50%, okay? Whether you come to buy 1 or buy 10, 50%. Now, if you do a tier 2, 30% extra product is added to your initial takeoff product, and now you have 2 business accounts and you have 50% discounted for the rest of your life. Same goes for tier 3 and tier 4. Now, tier 4, imagine you are joining with about 3 million naira and you are picking up product worth 6 million naira. You've already gotten back your money in an extra valuable products given to you. So if you have access, there are NGOs, we have government functionaries, delegates, we have governors' wives who are using this for their NGOs and things like this to empower women, depending on what they are targeting. So they get 100% of that product, they get 4 business accounts, they enjoy 50% discount for the rest of your life. So Immeri says start where you see value or where you feel can benefit you the most. Now let's look at this Immeri opportunity. How do we roll with Immeri? What's the opportunity like here in Immeri? Okay, now with Immeri, the opportunity is easy. You can choose to join us to use the product. That's all. That's end of story. So you buy it at the members price, and that's all. I mean, there is no extra obligation. But somebody says, you know what? I see this product is working, and I know there is a need for this product, or I know somebody needs this product, and I want to retail the product. Immeri also offers you the opportunity to do 30 to 50% discount retailing this product. Let's take example of Virgin that Mr. Duncan just spoke about. If you join with the agency pack of 295,930, now the interesting thing about Immeri does not choose the products that you take. You are the one to choose the product. The organizations, whether you like the product or not, is part of their combo that they give to you. Immeri does not do that. We have 3 products. There are many more, but 3 right now in our space. Immeri says, out of these 3, pick the one that you want. You can mix them if you want. But in this case, maybe I see a need for Virgin. A lot of ladies, like he did mention, the World Health Organization released their report. I have that report. In fact, I posted it on our tribe group yesterday, that over 1 million people are infected. 1 million ladies, women are infected every single day. Not in the world, in Africa. It's on my system. 1 million in Africa every single day and rising. So what does that say to you? People are looking for means to take care of their vaginal health. And now you get 20 boxes of Virgin. The cost of the box is 14,700. Retail price is fixed at 20,000. So if you were to make a retail of your 20 boxes, you are doing about 400,000 naira in sales. If you remove your capital out of this, now you are doing a profit of about 106,000 naira. Guys, if you were to add an extra 100,000 naira to your bottom line, will that make any sense to you? Okay, it looks small. I know you are sophisticated. I know you are big. But you know what? There are other people latching on you daily for help in one way or the other. From an extra 100,000 naira, you can service their needs. Now, Immeri says, when you choose to repurchase, remember, because you join with the agency part, you'll be getting 30% extra discount. If you were to join with the classic, you will not get this. You only buy it at the members price. So with the agency, now you enjoy 30% discount for the rest of your life. Now, because the product is now discounted, the cost price drops to about 10,000 naira, increasing your number of boxes to 28 rather than 20. Retail price is remaining the same. If you sell them now, you are making about 563,000 naira. If you subtract your capital outlay, now you are doing over 267,000. Guys, this is over $250,000 naira. If a ₦250,000 comes into your bottom line every month, does this make sense? That is even if it took you 1 month to sell 28 boxes and sell one a day. And I can tell you sometimes a lady can get 5 boxes. What does that say? Probably 3, 4, 5 ladies will already finish your the number of your product, and yet you are doing over ₦250,000. This makes a whole lot of sense. People are beginning to see this as something, as a palliative, okay, for times like this that they are adding to their bottom line. So imagine that you are beginning to add this to your bottom line every month. But somebody says, you know what? I'm not attracted to virgin, but probably I want to do the Adwelle, I want to do the Vitide. People are adding weight, the number of things are happening right now. People need to boost their system, and you want to go for this. There are a lot of top executives right now that are battling with their health, okay? You may not know this, but I tell you, very, very many serious executives have health matters. Much more now that people cannot even travel outside the country to go take care of their health. They need things that will put them in optimum health. So with your agency, you get 6 boxes of Vitide or Adwelle. The cost price is about 47,000. The retail is about 68,000. If you were to sell 6 boxes of this, you are doing about 411,000 naira. Subtracting your capital outlay, you actually now begin to enjoy about 100,000 naira, 116,000. So again, an extra 100,000 naira minimum coming to your bottom line at the end of the month. Selling 6 boxes of a product, will that make sense to you? Now, what if you choose to repurchase? Remember, the 30% comes into effect. Now, from 6 boxes, now you are getting 8 boxes because the cost of the product has just dropped. Now, retail price is still the same. Now you are selling about 549,000 naira. If you subtract your capital, now you have about 553,000. Guys, again, what are we looking at here? This over ₦250,000 naira, selling just 8 boxes of a product. Now, if you were to even get 2 persons to help you sell, each box is 4, okay, and you still do about 250,000 naira, and you remove 25,000 to dash them, and you keep 200,000 extra. We are not selling 100 products here. Is that valuable to you? So these are ways you could do 30 to 50% retailing the product. And remember, the value I'm giving you here is even based on the agency. It's not based on those who did the wholesale. They are now getting it at 50% discounted. This is 30%. I'm showing you what the numbers here now is based on 30%. So if you do the wholesale, now basically you understand that your profit margin will increase. But Immeri says we have 11 bonus categories that we reward our partners with. Now, much more so, there is no monthly maintenance in Immeri. There is no compulsory auto ship. You must buy product. You must balance leg. You must, your point will be flush. That does not exist in Immeri. As a matter of fact, our slogan is Immeri for life. At first, when I heard that, I didn't understand that, and I don't like anything for life. It's like Arsenal. I said, no, I don't want anybody to give me a heartbreak. Okay, sorry, Arsenal fans. But you know what? I said to myself, why are they saying Immeri for life? Until I came on board and I understood. Your membership is for life. Whether you buy a product or not today, even if it took you 10 years to come back, your membership is still counting. Your account will not be blocked. I've been part of an organization that every year you need to pay to renew that website to maintain your membership. Apart from the monthly auto ship, Immeri says we don't do that. We offer sponsor bonus, team bonus, elite bonus, promotional bonus, leadership bonus, director development bonus, same rank bonus, repurchase bonus, travel incentive, car reward, including a house reward. How does it begin? It begins with a sponsor bonus. Now, it begins because right now, apart from using the product or probably retailing the product, you are choosing to share this with somebody. I've seen friends on this call who have also invited some of their friends. Kudos to you. Thank you very much for doing that. If anybody you invited joins you, you get to earn 5% on that if they come in with the agent, with the classic or the agency pack. However, if they come in with the wholesale, you are going to earn 10%, first generation. If that wholesale comes into another wholesale, you are going to earn 5%. If that wholesale gets another friend, 5%. Meanwhile, you do not know the rest of the people. So with the wholesale, it goes 3 levels deep. With the classic and agencies, just 2 levels deep. Sometimes, and I would like to tell you this, wealth is not created by your first generation. Okay? Wealth is not created by your first generation. Wealth is created by your second and third generation or debt that you don't even know. And Immeri gives us that opportunity. Now, Immeri operates what we call Immeri synergistic board breaking plan. What does this mean? It means it's a synergy. Like I will always say every day, sometimes I listen to our prayer points around Nigeria and Africa. Our prayer point is one that divides us. Our prayer point is one that's on social synergy, because somebody must need to fall for you to rise. Somebody must need to die for you to live. Is it possible for us to live and enjoy what we call win-win? You've got to read 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. I recommend you start from chapter 6, and you will understand synergy. Can two work together unless they agree? Immeri says we are creating a system. Rather than being antagonistic of each other, we can work with each other and we see magic happen on the board. Now, how does this begin? You join with your agency pack, okay, and you move from the agency associate to becoming an elite associate as you are beginning to build the business. From an elite, you move to become an executive. From an executive, you become an elite executive. Elite executive, you become a manager. Manager, you become an elite manager. You become a director, 1-star, 2-star, 3-star director. From there, you become an ambassador. You have a sapphire ambassador, emerald ambassador, even a diamond ambassador. Now, how does this work? Immeri says, look, this thing is very simple. We operate a board of 15 people, okay? At the top of the board, there are 7 people on that board. The first person on the board is called an elite, okay? That's the Igwe, that's the Ichie, that is the Dimpa, that is the Oba, that is the Emir of the board. You cannot impeach the person. Now, you now see 7 other persons at the top of the board. In this case, JSM, Aki, Ada, Musa, Obi, and Lydia, all on the top of the board. The job of the people at the top of the board is to fill the remaining 8 spaces. There are only 8 spaces. You never join a board where there is no 7 person at the top. So you are not working to fill 15 boards. You are only working to fill 8 slots. And of these 8 slots, it is the job of everybody. Many a times on some of these boards, you will see China on the board. You will see Filipinos. You will see Malaysians. You will see you will see Ghanaians. I mean, you see Malaysians. You see different people from different countries, Egyptians on this board. Everybody's role is to fill up the bottom 8 of the board. So let's say in this case that somebody decides to bring Yemi, brought you, brought Chika, and brought Ade. Okay, what do we say here? Okay, it means the board is getting filled up. Somebody else brings Adam, somebody else brings Effiong, somebody else brings Didi. Ola comes on the board. Once the last person comes on the board, whosoever is the elite of the board is promoted to the next rank. That is how our board system works. Once Yemi to Ola comes in, it mustn't be the work of one person. It can't be the work of one person. It could be the work of different teams, different people filling the board. Once Ola comes in, the elite is promoted. Once the elite is promoted, 2 things will happen. First thing that will happen is that the board will break into 2. Why? There were 15 persons. Removing 1, it tells you there's going to remain 14. That means they need to pick a new elite. They need to pick new elite leaders. So how do they do that? The system says in picking new leadership, we find out 2 members with the highest number of sponsored members in this group. They will become the elite of the group. In a situation where the results are the same, if there is a tie, seniority will be the determining factor. So you see, Immeri is not just, it's very flexible. That means timing even matters when you come in. In case somebody ties with you with the total number of recruit or sponsored people into the organization, Immeri says who came first, and that person becomes the elite leader. Now, so in this case right now, you see JSM brought 3 persons, you have 4. Musa has 1, Ali has 1, Ade has 2. In this case, who will be the leader? You will take 1 board, JSM will take the other board. That's how this board is being shared. Everything is done automatically by the system, and the system begins to place every other person according to when they came on this board. So as number 8 to 14 gets filled, okay, everybody's working. But immediately the 15th person comes in, the board will break, okay? And as the board is breaking, somebody is taking a new elite position. Taking the elite position, the company has a structure where they pay you. They pay you what we call elite bonus once you become the elite. And let me quickly say this, their payment is instant. Their payment is real time. We don't do green Monday, green Thursday, green Saturday, blue Monday. We pay, give us now our daily bread. Elite bonus. Now, as people begin to drop on your board, whether they are from your team or not, you are paid team bonus from number 8 to number 14. When the 15th person comes in, that is what we call a promotional bonus. And that promotional bonus is triple. Now, if you have 1 person, you also stand a chance to earn team bonuses up to 20 cycles. From number 8 to 15 is called a cycle. So with 1 person, you can earn even up to 20 cycle if you choose to stay on that board. If you have 2 persons, you also have stand a chance to earn, but in this case, your money will be double, and you will enjoy 20 cycle if you were to stay with that 2 persons. So let's put this in perspective quickly. Everything I've just shared in 3 easy steps, how Immeri works. Step 1, you join a board. Everybody works together to recruit and fill the board. 7 persons are on top of the board. The job of the 7 persons is to work the bottom board, which has 8 slots. So again, in this case, JSM happens to bring Yemi, you, Chika, and Ade. Okay? And somebody sees an opportunity. Musa says, you know what? I have somebody. And the person joins. Adam joins. And now you, seeing that opportunity there, okay? And that person looks like Tina. And Tina says, okay, you know what? Hey, I have 3 friends. And 3 of your friends, Efium, Didi, and Ola comes in. So JSM has 4 qualifications. Musa has 1 qualification. You have 3 qualifications. Now, rule 2 or step 2 comes into play, which says 2 members with the highest number of qualification will now become the new elite. So we are not doing regional selection. We are not doing resource control here. We are not trying to do regional selection here. It just has to do with who has the highest number of qualification on this board. Now, looking at where we are just coming from, it tells you that JSM has 4 and you have 3. Musa has 1. So basically, JSM and you are the leaders on the next board. So as the board breaks, okay, JSM will take 1 board and you will pick up the next board, while every other person is shared across the board. This takes us to step 3. What's step 3? As an elite, when your board gets full, you're automatically promoted to the next rank. Immeri does not charge you to be promoted. The organizations where people pay to be promoted, Immeri does not do that. If you start with a classic board, as the board is the same pattern, once the board gets filled and you are the elite of the board, and the 8 slots beneath gets filled, you will be promoted instantly. You pay almost 300,000. You don't pay for that. Immeri upgrades you free of charge. You are promoted free of charge. So if you are on the associate board, you are elite, you also be promoted once the last person comes on board. 1 to 7, the 8th person breaks the board. Now you are promoted. Now, take note, there are only 8 slots beneath this board. What does that say to you? The magic number here is 3. You can do more, okay? Because I can have 3 people who just want to buy the product and enjoy it, and the 3 of them join. Yes, I can still hit the elite with that 3, but you know those are not 3 business builders, so you could do more. But basically, 3 people will secure your elite position, because out of 8, if you take 3, if another person takes 3, what is left? If another person takes 4, what is left? If you take even the entire 4 or 3, what is left? We have boards where people even get promoted with 2, depending on how competitive the board is. But listen, don't go for the minimum. Push as much as possible. First, lock in your 3, then you can push for more, so that you are well secure. Now, as this happens, number 8 comes in, you are promoted to the next rank. I've established that. How are you being paid on this board? Because money is a very important issue in any business. Many of us have been in businesses before where we make money, but it's money only we see online. It's money that you see on your laptop. It's money that is virtual. You have no access to the money. Now listen, the stock market can increase by 1,000% until you cash it out. You still paper money, okay? Because you do not have access. The money, the stock market can crash tomorrow and all your profit erodes. But you see, in Immeri, once you earn, your money does not depreciate. And like I said, the money is paid instantly to you, real time. Now, so how do you earn? Let's take the associate board as an example. Now, this is the board where you are the elite on this board. And on this board, we have, you are the elite, Julie has 1, and Daniel has 2 qualification. Now, how does this work? Once you hit the elite position, instantly you are paid 59,960. Instantly, 59,960. Why? You are the elite. The goal is to be the elite, okay? And you get paid. Now, for every member that drops on your board, you are paid 11,520 for every 1 person dropping on your board. H, 11,520. I, 11,520. H, J, 11,520. K, 11,520. Up to N, up to the 14th person, okay? You are paid 11,520. They don't need to come from your team. As long as they drop on your board from any team, from any country, because you are the elite, you get to earn that. Now, for the last person that comes on the board, okay, which now you have earned your team bonus. For the last person that comes on the board, which is the O, the Ola or the 15 person, it mustn't be in your team. That's the synergy we are talking about. If the person drop, you are paid 34,920. They triple what they were paying on each HIJKLMNO, but for the O, it's triple. You get 34,920. Guys, remember these monies are dropped instantly, real time, you can cash them out. Now, because O has come in, the board is going to break. For the board breaking, meaning you are the elite, you are going to be promoted. Now you are paid promotional bonus. And how much is the promotional bonus? Another 57,960. Okay. Now the minimum you earn here, you would have earned one cycle, because H to O is a cycle. Okay, you would have earned a minimum of 231,480. This is not part of your sponsor bonus and every other bonus. This is just you being the elite, and activities are dropped on your board and you are earning them. Now, somebody is saying, wow, I like this, but this simply means it's only for the elite. Immeri says, no, everybody is considered unless you don't contribute to this board. Julie here, for example, has just one qualification, meaning Julie brought one person. For that one person, everybody dropping on the board, Julie is going to earn 1,800. But Julie has one. Other people are still working. Yes, Julie will be paid 1,800 times 8. That is H to O, one cycle. And if Julie stand a chance with this one person to earn up to 20 cycles without doing nothing. If Julie were to just snooze, blink, and travel, there's no network, every one person dropping on Julie's board, Julie has a chance to earn 1,800 times 8 times 20 cycles. That's a guaranteed 288,000. But sometimes we don't want to wait till 20 cycles because there's more money to be made at the top of the board. What does that say to you? With one person, you can still win. Now, what happens if you are Daniel? Okay, Mr. Daniel here happens to share with two of his friends, and his two friends come on board. Now, as everybody's dropping on the board, after the board breaks and Daniel is on the top of the board, instead of one, Daniel is paid 36 times 8 times 20 cycles. That's 576,000 guaranteed if you were to snooze and sleep on this board without anything happening, without anything, any extra thing. Just having two persons, you stand a chance to earn 576,000 naira just because I had two persons. Okay. Now, mind you, before you had two, you probably had one. You would have earned from that. Now you have two, you are still earning from that. If you are to be the elite, you are still earning from that. Guys, this is what Immeri is offering. It's synergistic, making sure that everybody is winning. What do we have here? It's an opportunity. It's a leverage for everybody to create their story. But somebody is saying, okay, I am not the elite, so it means I can't do much. No, you can't. If you're on the associate board, like I've just explained, on the associate board, you can do, with one person, have a chance to earn 288,000 naira with one person, guaranteed, if you sleep on the 20 cycles, through this 20 cycle. If you have two persons, you have a chance to do 567,000 naira. Now, from the associate board, the next rank you go to is the executive board. On the executive board, as you also begin to help your team members to become executives, Immeri says, yes, on the executive board, if you drop and you do not have any executive board, any executive member, and the board has broken and you're on top of the board, though none of your team member is an executive, you are still being paid. That's the synergy. You are being paid from the work of other people and other teams becoming executive. That's amazing. Okay, with no executive, you can still cash out, sleeping on that board, no executive, 460,000 naira. What happens if you have one executive, 921,000? What happens if you have two executives? What is that telling you? You stand a chance to get 1.3 million naira. Guys, are you seeing the idea here? The idea is not you. The idea is help your team members. But we're not asking you to go and bring 100 person, because from the numbers here, you are seeing 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're not asking you to produce a team of 1 million people. Just make sure you become an executive. They are still paying you. Now you help one of your team members, they pay you the more. You help two of your team members, they help you the more. From the executive level, you move to the manager board. This is not those that are elite. This is just you're having one person or two persons qualifying with you. On the manager board, no manager qualifying with you, 4.6 million naira is on the table for grabs. What happens if you help one of your team members to become a manager, 9.2 million naira through 10 cycles if you stay there? What happens if you have two managers? You can do 13.9 million naira with two managers. If you choose to sleep, that's all I can do. That's what my strength can carry me. Guys, with Immeri, everybody wins. Now, let's take a look at those who are the elite on this board. On this board, again, like I said, you are the elite here. And Everybody that drops, this is the elite associate, this is the associate board. Everybody that drops on this board, you are being paid 11,520 per person from number 1 to number 7. When the number 8 person comes in, you are paid 34,920. Now, this is aside your elite bonus of 57,960 that would have been paid to you. This is also aside your promotional bonus of 57,960. This is what we call team bonus, just things dropping on your board. You get to earn this. What happens if you land on the executive board and you become the elite executive? Instantly, you are the elite executive. You are paid an elite bonus of 576,000 naira. Okay, people have become elite executive today, this evening. People it's on the group. People are already becoming, have hit elite executive. What does that mean? That person just collected 596,000 naira. Why? Because that person was made the move to become an elite. Okay, guys, just hold on. Let me turn this person off. All right. Sorry about that. Please, guys, let's keep our phones on mute. Now, being the elite executive instantly, 576,000 was paid this evening. Now, what that simply says beyond that, we are talking about team bonus. Per person that now drops on your board as the elite, they are paying you 115,000 naira per person. This is somebody's salary for a month. Olamide, please put your phone on mute. You are distracting our class. Thank you very much. All right. 115,920 is paid per person that drops. Like I was saying, this is somebody's salary for a month. They don't need to be in your team. One person, 115. Number 2, 115. Number 3, up to number 7, 115,000. Apart from the 576,000 you have collected. Now, when the last person drops on your board, Immeri says we still recognize that whether the person is in your team or not, you are paid 347,760. And remember, this last person breaks the board. As he's breaking the board, you are paid another 576,000 naira. Guys, we've had people who have had their entire team filled without nobody coming from their team. I have people on this call. I have team partners here who became elite executive. The entire 8 people came from Egypt, none from Nigeria, none yet from our team. Egypt just went on steroid that period. And before we woke up, 1 Egyptian, 115, 2 Egyptian, 3 Egyptian, 4 Egyptian, 5. We were just saying, just hold on now, I'll let our team drop. They filled the entire place. But here you are the elite, you are earning 115,000 naira per person. You get to earn 347,000 for the last person, and the board breaks, and yet you are promoted and still paid another 576,000 naira. What else? This is synergy. It's not about you, it's about the system. Immeri says, we are not done. If you happen to land on the manager board and you pick up the elite manager board, ladies and gentlemen, the first alert you will get is 5.7 million naira. And I'm very proud to announce that on this call tonight, we have an elite manager that is on this call, this webinar, this night. And you are going to hear from this person. 5.7 million naira drop. Immediately this person hit the elite manager rank. But that's not all. Immeri says, per person that drops on your board, whether they are from your team, from your country or not, each person you are paid 1.1 million naira. Guys, can you fathom this out? 1.1 million. Last week, Saturday, we brought somebody who in the space of 4 days had 4 people drop from different countries, enjoying 1.1 million, 1.1 million, 1.1 million. In the space of about less than 4 weeks, she has done about 12 million naira because people are dropping on her board. Doesn't necessarily be her. 1.1 million, 1.1 million, up to number 7. Guys, I hope you see what we are seeing here. When the last person comes on the board, 3.4 million naira. The same manager that they were using to pay you 1.1 million. You see, in this case right now, there is no quarrel, there is no fight. I am praying for people who are not in my team, but they're on my board. I'm praying for their success. I'm working towards their success because their win is my win. My win is their win. 3.4 million. And as the last person drops, you collect 3.4 million. Remember, the board breaks. As you are leaving the board, instantly they pay you another 5.7 million naira. Guys, this is not audio money. This is real, and I'll show you people experiencing this. So in a wrap, in a summary, the board bonuses for team bonus, elite bonus, and promotion. You only get this if you are the elite on the board. On the pre-associate board, you don't earn per person dropping on your board. As the board breaks and they are promoting you, remember in most organizations, you pay to be upgraded. Instead of you paying to be upgraded, Immeri pays you to upgrade you. Immeri pays you 11,837 naira on the classic board, and they now upgrade you to where people pay 300,000 naira. Who does that? Now you begin to enjoy the 30% for life and the rest of it. If you are on the associate board and you are the elite on the board, the minimum you take out of that board as the elite position, not having one or two, just elite, 231,000 minimum naira. If you're on the executive board, 2.3 million. If you're on the manager board, 23 million. So in summary, compressed, probably from the associate to the manager board as an elite, 25 million naira is on that table, minimum, taking you to a director position. Now, Immeri says we are not done. We have what we call leadership bonus. When you're an executive and you produce an executive, we pay you extra 57,960. The money is much, guys. Now, so it's my joy for my team members to become executive. How can I help them? Because every one of your direct team member that becomes an executive and you are at the executive level, you earn 57,000. If you're a manager, you produce a manager, 579,000. If you're a director and you produce a director, another 5.7. This is different from all the ones I have spoken. What happens if your team member goes ahead of you? It may still reserve the money for you. If you're an executive and your team member goes ahead to become a manager, 579,000 naira is still kept for you. The very second you become a manager, that money is released to you. Nothing is flushed, nothing is cancelled. Repeat sales bonus. There's no compulsory authorship with Immeri, but every day you buy a product, every day you use the product, every day you retail the product, coming from your account, Immeri is paying you 5% of that purchase, of the PV of that purchase. Instead of you paying for authorship, Immeri is the one paying you. And Immeri is not just paying you, as your team members begin to earn, to begin to also buy, and we duplicate this volume. Everybody's using the product because they need the product. I mean, I woke up this morning, before I take my breakfast, my Adwelle, my Vitide was already ready. And my daughter prepared the Vitide for me, and I drank. I'm using the product. I'm a product of the product. For doing that, the company is paying me. My team members are also duplicating that system, using the product. Everybody's earning 5% up to 10 levels. Guys, this payment alone is higher than the entire payment of some other organizations. What do we see here? It's an opportunity for you to create your own success story using the product yourself. Director development bonus. Immeri says, when you become a director, when you leave the manager board, you are no longer on a board. You are now a shareholder with the company. But to become a one-star director, simply develop one director. Again, have you seen, we are not asking you to bring 10 persons. That's why I was saying get 1 or 2 persons, get 2, get 3 that you can work with. Even if one of them become a director, so you become a director, you're a one-star director. What's the benefit? You enjoy 1% group sales happening every day. Guys, it is not 1% net, it is group sales. Dangote does not pay on net. Cadbury does not pay on net. Liver Brothers does not pay on net. Sorry, on group. They pay on net. But Immeri is paying on the group sales. Already we have somebody who has hit 1-star director within a year of running the business. Already retired as it were. Last Saturday was on a call and somebody's already doing about $1,800 in a day. Just doing because it's a 1-star. What else? What do you call that? In a day. It ends every single day, including public holiday. Start 2, develop 2 of 1-star director. Now you're earning 2%. Start 3, you develop 2. Again, we're not 100, just 2. The people who are following me, make sure you work with them. They also become directors. Now you're doing 3%. 3%, you are a millionaire in dollars. In less than 3 years, Immeri has produced over 35 3-star directors. That means we have produced over 35 persons who are already earning over $1 million. Sapphire Ambassador, 5-star, 5%. Emerald and Diamond, guys, you are set for life. Group, 6%. And mind you, you don't need to do authorship to earn this. You don't need to balance lead to earn this. Once you are there, you are there. There is no demotion. There is no flushing of points. There is no compulsory authorship. It's up to you. Travel incentive, elite manager and above. Once you're an elite manager, you go for your first all expense paid trip. 1-star director, you pick up another trip. 1 star and above, every day they are paying you your 1%. They are also keeping points for you, money for you to travel. You are not part of a travel plan. Anytime you feel the coast is clear, you look at your back office that they are paying, dropping money for your payments, travel every day. You can tell them, company, please book the next flight. I'm going to Bora Bora. That's the Immeri lifestyle for you. It's not until we have one all expense paid company organized, because you are a star director, and that's the goal here. Guys, when you leave the manager board and you hit director, instantly Immeri credits you with your first car, 5.7 million naira to pick up your first car. You don't monetize this, you buy the car. If you want to top up to buy a Jeep, to buy a helicopter, is up to you, okay? But 5.7 million naira is made available instantly for you to get your car. What happens if you hit 3-star director? Immeri says there is another 11.5 million naira available for you to pick your second car. But like I told you, at this level, you're a millionaire in dollars, so car might not be your priority, okay? Now you can cash it. Unless I forget, Immeri does not brand your car. It is your car. They don't own it. Why will company put their sticker on your car so that you brand them? No, it's yours. You can put your name on the plate number. It's yours. It's not the company's. Immeri says from day one, the car arrived, it is yours. That makes us different. Guys, we have here Mr. Prince Eric Kujo, who became Ghana's newest director in December. January 18 this year, I was in Ghana. Thankfully, Koro has not started dancing Makosa to celebrate with him as he was giving his Hyundai CRV 2020 model. We have here the first elite manager in Africa, the first director in Africa, Mr. Daniel Kujosekwe, who became the first director, and for hitting as the first director, he was also given the Honda CRV 2019 model. February 19, I was in Ghana, and we're celebrating with him. Now, because he has produced a director, he also became the first 1-star director in Africa and Middle East. And you know the interesting thing? He has just joined this company 4 weeks after when I met with him, and he was telling me about this. And I said to him, I will hear thee again on this matter. I slept, I snoozed, I blinked until 5 months later before I took this serious. By that time, he was already an elite manager. 4 weeks difference, but you can see what happened. So guys, things are happening. Now, Immeri says we are not done. There is a house reward. The house reward says once you are a diamond, you qualify for a penthouse in Malaysia. The penthouse is worth 300,000 US dollars, which is about 108 million naira. If you do not want the penthouse and you say, you know what, I want the cash, I want to build a house in my village, Ogwashuku, Ekoro Mbise, Ato, Nikonobasi, where again, and all those funny Ijebu Igbo guys, there is $150,000 card, 54 million naira for you to go build your house. But again, I can assure you, before you get here, you're already a millionaire. The money dropping on you can make that happen in about 2-3 weeks. Okay, but Immeri offers you a penthouse that can be your getaway house anytime there is traffic or some heat here in Nigeria. That's because you're a diamond ambassador. But no, guys, everything here is not a fluke. What you see here is not a graphic. That's the exact house that I'm showing you. This is the exact penthouse. And something happened in July last year. While we were at the conference, the chairman of the organization, Mr. Lau, came out and he said, you know what? Everything in Immeri in less than 3 years, 2.5 years, everything in Immeri has been won except the house. The house was for Emerald, 6%. Was for Diamond, 6%. Emerald is also 6%. He said, so why are we tying it down? You know what? If you're an Emerald, come out. These two ladies came out. They've just joined Immeri in 2.5 years, and they were shocked to their bone. And it created an uproar when they were presented with the keys to their penthouses. Imagine joining an organization in 2.5 years, you now have a penthouse in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, capital. It's amazing. Guys, this is up for grab, even for Africans. In January, in Ghana, the vice president announced that the first African to hit Emerald will get the penthouse without going diamond. So everything in Immeri is working. What do we see here? It's not about them. Success breeds success. This was the Ghana celebration. 43.5 million naira in 1 year. 1 year of doing business. Eric Prince Kujo had gotten 43.5 million naira. Plus his SUV that he got. His Honda rather. We have here Mr. Sekpe, 37 million naira in 1 year. We have here Mr. Jonas, 26 million. The stage was filled with earners that day. I can't bring all of them here. All happening within 1 year. And guys, it's not over. We have here the first in Africa to brace the tape and become the first director in Nigeria. My friend, I call him Oniovo One, Dr. John Adwelle Umukoro. He became the first person to brace the tape and became a director. Now, he got himself a car also. The car was to be presented on March 28th before Brother Koro started dancing Kokoma. But again, Immeri does not wait until we have a party to give you your car. Your car is already available even the very next day. You qualify for it. So right now, my guy has his car, he's cruising it, coming out with it from the lockdown. Whenever the system comes down, we'll all come here, we'll cut tape, and we sing and rejoice with him. But Immeri does not need to do that with your car. You can pick up your car today and drive them the very next day, whether there is an event or not. So congratulations to our director, and it's also a one-star loading very fast. What do we have here? We also have other earners. We have here Mrs. Eunice Akalegbere, who hit the elite manager and the first Nigerian lady to hit elite manager. This was just a couple of months, and she had already done over 12.5 million naira. We have here Mrs. Joy Olabisi Anyima. We call her J Mama. I mean, something is exciting. Just hold on when I'm done. Okay, she's all the way from Ibadan. Okay, and with the Ibadan swagger, she still hits elite manager. Now, needless to say of Miss Pat Lion, Patience Pat Lion, we call her the lioness of the savannah. Okay, she was with us on Saturday where she shared her story of how in just the last between April 1st and May 7 or so, she had done about 12 million naira. Okay, and in 4 days of that May, she had already done about 4.4 million naira. Guys, these are incredible stories, and this is happening because everyone stands a chance to win. But before I bring out our guest, what do? You can join us to use the products. You can join us to refer the product to others, and you can join us to build a team. You can join us to build a system and create your own success story with Immeri. So ladies and gentlemen, this is Immeri in review. When we are done, I will encourage you to get back to the person that invited you and let the person share with you how to get started immediately. But without much ado, because this person is ready to go, we have here our mystery guest, who happens to also be an elite manager, all the way from the city of Ibadan. I mean, she's owing me Amala. There's an Amala joint she has promised me we will go to. Koro is just delaying my Amara. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Ms. Joy Olabisi Anyima J Mama. J Mama, welcome.
Good evening, sir. Thank you so much.
How is Ibadan?
We are fantastic here, and we are enjoying our Amala still. Thank you so much, Duncan, and our chairman, Mr. Solomon, for the wonderful presentation. I want to say congratulations to every single person that is on this call today. I say you are privileged because it's not everybody that has the opportunity to see what you are seeing tonight, and especially from seasoned presenters like Mr. Duncan and Mr. Solomon. Just like you are doing now, I was shown this opportunity on the 27th of April 2019. I had so many questions. I challenged almost everything, including the sustainability of the business. But then, because of the person that was showing me the business, myself and my husband got involved immediately, just a couple of hours after I was shown the business. And 1 year down the line, we have over 12 million naira to show for it. Now, that's not the most important part. The fantastic thing is that we have built a team of over 2,600 people who are also making money. For example, the day I hit Elite Manager, and got paid 5.7 million naira. Somebody in my team also hit the same level and got paid 5.7 million naira. Now the thing is this, for about 8 years thereabout, I've been in the industry, that's since 2012. And one of the things I've seen is that most times a lot of people struggle. Many people are not able to make it out of any company they join. One, basically because the plan is so tough. But there are some of us, no matter what the plan is, we'll make something out of it. So I began to think about the ordinary person, the average person. What plan can fit an average person who cannot do extraordinarily like some of us? So when I saw Immeri and I saw that with just one qualification, you can get as much as 288,000, I knew that was what I wanted. Because personally, I enjoy adding value to people's lives. So when I'm showing you a business opportunity, I want it to be that you will make something out of it no matter what. And that is the platform Immeri gave us. You get into the business with an agency package of 295, 930, for example. They give you products you can retail for up to 400,000. Already you are in profit. But what is more, if you can as much as try to bring in just one person on the same level, you will make at worst 288,000 naira. I say worst because along the line you could get a second person and then you continue to make money. You know, we that came in early, I call us the guinea pigs, because some of the figures amounts you hear, you might doubt them. We did doubt them at that time, but we went with faith, and today we are examples. We are the guinea pigs to let you know that these things work. So instead of analyzing and over-analyzing, my advice to every new person on this call tonight is take up the mantle, take up a package, and let's run with you. You are connected to the best of the best in the industry, and these leaders are ready to handhold you and make sure that you become a success. We started this journey just about a year ago, and you've seen the success stories. So it's not a place where only the early starters win. No, a lot of people joined recently and they are really, really moving and making waves. So I want to say congratulations again for being on this call. Please take action fast. Take action now, not just tonight. Now, immediately after this, get back to the person who connected you to this call and get signed up, so that from tomorrow you begin to bring on your one person and begin to earn on your board. And what is fantastic here is that the boards allow the strong to help the weak. So instead of you being used by anybody, people are helping you. So if, for example, you get on a board where a top leader is, his weight, his strength will ensure that you move and make money from that board. So you're not stranded, you are not struggling, and that's the beauty of the plan Immeri has given us. So I want to say thank you very much for the opportunity to speak to you today. This opportunity has transformed the life of me and my family and so many other people who have said yes to it. This is an opportunity for you to change your lives too, to change the lives of people around you. All you need to do tonight is say yes to this opportunity and we'll run with you. Thank you very much.
Wow, 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 wow. Before I turn this over to Chief Duncan, I mean, J Mama, thank you very much for pouring your heart out, and you've been somebody I really admire. You inspire us a lot with your energy. Now, one of the things, the trait and quality that I like about J Mama is the fact that now, for some of us who are on this call, you are seeing the slides, you are seeing the presentation. J Mama did not see any slide. J Mama only had a call. She was just called on phone. In fact, she recorded the call. We have access to that call. Most of the information were not even correct because the person just got in that day with the passion, was trying to get her. But what made you, without seeing any slide, without coming to the office, without the product, just on call, and few hours later, you were on board with your husband? What did you see?
Well, like I said earlier, I saw an opportunity for the ordinary person. You know, when I looked at it, I tried to question a lot of things, and Dr. John Mukoro, a good friend and a top leader in the industry, was showing me, although he didn't have all the facts, he told me that, look, these people came in with the interest of people at heart, and they are genuine. Because already, as at the time we were speaking, they had rented an apartment, an office space, a massive place at Maryland, and they had paid 5 years. What is more, they were also they had also registered the products with NAFDAC, and they already had a bank account. Now, the business I was in before I saw Immeri, my last business, although I had a team of over 10,000 people, there was no office. We couldn't even identify the owners of the company. And when there was trouble, we had to face it because we were the face of the company. Nobody knew anybody else. So I was very particular about the identity of the company, the people behind the company. So when I looked at it and saw that these people were serious and they had the interest of the ordinary people at heart, I was, I was blown away. I realized that Immeri actually pays out 80% of production. Who does that? Most of the companies I've worked with, they do like 30, 35, the max probably 50%. Immeri is paying out 80%. And that is why you see people earning 23 million, you see people earning $150,000 and all of that. So when I saw all of that, I saw that I could add value to myself, improve my family and that of others, and also be free from blame. Everybody has the direct connection to the company. They can see the company and work with the company. And I remember what Dr. John told me, that because I was still trying to analyze and resist him. And he said to me, J Mama, I've seen something. And I'm telling you, if you do not join Immeri today, 3 to 6 months down the line, you will join. You must surely join. That was the exact phrase. Because Immeri is going to begin to change lives. And I'm thankful and grateful to him for that statement. Because the truth is, if I did not join then, I would have lost a great deal. So I'm so excited to invite everybody every single day to join Immeri, because this is a place where you work like an ant and eat like an elephant. Unlike before, we work so hard and the companies pay us peanuts. Like I said, I've been here since 2012 in this industry, and I know what happens. I know what we have seen. We have worked on some. You were talking about leg balancing and all sorts of flushing of points. We work so hard, and when it's time to reap, they will tell you, oh, because of one condition, you cannot make this money. But in Immeri, it doesn't happen like that. You make your money, you cash out instantly. I mean, all those things just blew my mind, and I just started running with Immeri since then.
Wow, 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 wow. Guys, you've heard it from J Mama herself. And the interesting thing here is location is not a barrier, because somebody will think you must be in Lagos to create your success story. You must be in Abuja to create your success story. You must be in Port Harcourt to create your success story. But J Mama is in our very popular Ibadan, where the Amala joints are bubbling, and she's creating a success story. And guys, and again, it's so fantastic thoughts there are being shared live with us here on this call. Chief Duncan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, J Mama, I'm so excited you are here. I just reached out to you to tell you to be on our call, and you've made it. We are so excited about that you honored this call. Now, let me find out. How about the earning from other countries that you haven't even expanded your business to? How do you see that part of it? How can you express that to our listeners here?
I tell people Immeri is a gold mine, and we are just scratching the surface. I have people working from Tanzania in my team, brought in by some other leaders. I have people working in Uganda. Some are setting up in Kenya. Some are in Canada, in the US. And we are not doing much yet, but there's so much we can do. Because Immeri is creating a solid record. Immeri is changing the face of network marketing, and as we speak from my experience the past 1 year, even people that had never been in network marketing before are joining Immeri. People that had been averse to network marketing are joining Immeri because of the friendly plan that we have. All you need to do is target to be the elite on your board, get 3 people. Very simple. You're not making money from hundreds. Like I said before, my last company, I had over 10,000 people in my team. If I bring that type of crowd into this business, I know how much I will make. In fact, I will just be settled for life. But we're just doing 2,600 and something people, and I've made over 12 million, and more is coming. So Immeri is a gold mine. We are just starting. We are just scratching the surface, and as we expand to other countries, so much awaits us. Imagine people dropping on your board from like 10 or 12 countries. It's just going to be money after money, party after party, like we call it, say it in Nigeria.
Wow, that's amazing. So, assuming you get to know, if today is the first day you are getting to know about Immeri, what is it that you do that you failed to do when you first heard about Immeri?
When I first heard about Immeri, I was more like, maybe pleading with people to join Immeri. But with what I know now, I would be proudly talking about it. I would be sifting people. That's what I do now. Look, if you're not ready, I'm leaving you because somebody else will grab this opportunity. And the truth is, immediately I show them the figures, people just key in, because everyone wants to connect with something that works, and they want evidences. Now we have the evidences. I'm somebody who has been through the system for a year. I can tell you how much I've made in a year and how much effort I've put in. It's now that we are doubling up our effort. We started slow. We were not too aggressive about it, but right now we're aggressive. Everybody is a prospect, everybody. So if I was to do it all over again, I probably would be prospecting like 20 to 30 people every single day to blow up my faster.
Wow, amazing. All right. So I don't know if we have Ngozi here. I don't know whether if Solomon James has anything else to say.
Yeah, Ngozi is on the call, but before I bring up Ngozi, let me allow J Mama to say one thing before we let her go. I mean, J Mama, you are coming, because you did mention that your last organization, things went wrong. Because people were the face of the company, there was no structure. We know our police case, money, blah, blah, blah. Now, that would have stopped you from going ahead. There are some persons, because they've done things in the past that failed, they don't want to try anything again. What would be your advice to such people?
Well, the truth is, Yoruba adage, there's a Yoruba adage that says, if you climb a horse and you fall off the horse, you still need to reclimb the horse. Because I ask myself, okay, if I don't do this, which is what I know how to do, what are my options? When I saw Immeri, I saw it as an opportunity to get out of a huge debt. Now, I did not have options. So if I was not going to do Immeri, there was no option for me. Now, even if I had an option, what option would be easier than leveraging on a whole lot of people? For example, 2 days ago, I wasn't feeling fine, but some of my team members were still ranking and money was flowing. I was not feeling, I wasn't able to do anything much that day. That is the leverage you enjoy from network marketing. And working with people who understand what is involved and can train you makes the whole difference. You know, the reason why people are usually skeptical is because they lack the skills to succeed, to do this business. So if you learn how to do it, if you learn to be a doctor today, you'll be a good doctor. But if you have not learned, you will just continue to complain. You don't even know how to hold a syringe or something like that. But if you are trained and experienced, it becomes an everyday, ordinary thing. So what I would say to anyone thinking of the failures of the past or being afraid to come on is this. You need to learn to take responsibility for your life, for your future. If you don't change, nothing will change. If you don't do it, you cannot succeed. And the beauty of joining this team right now is that we're working with professionals who can handhold you and show you how to do it. And most importantly, Immeri is a simple system. Like I've said, I've worked several systems over the past 8 years, and I can tell you without blinking that Immeri is the best I have worked. No problems about company, no problems about products, no problems about your payment. I have some friends now in their companies, they are not being paid. And they are right now trying to join Immeri because, you know, the structure of the company puts their money in the hands of an individual who has held on to the money right now. But here, once you earn your money, you can withdraw it into your bank accounts within hours. So please don't hesitate to join Immeri. Immeri is so structured. Immeri is so, you know, in fact, one of the things that increased my level of confidence in Immeri is the visit one of our partners made to China, to the Immeri factory. She sent us pictures, videos, and you know, you will see that this company is here to stay. This company has long-term, you know, projections and plans for growth, for expansion, for capacity management, for development of people, and they even involve themselves in charity. So they are becoming a name. Every country they go into, like in Ghana and Nigeria, they join the chambers of commerce. So they are not hiding. They come out, they contribute to the economy, they contribute to the society, they make themselves know. They are not hidden like the previous company. We didn't even know the directors, we didn't even know anybody. So it is a strong point for me. Immeri is a solid company. Immeri is a company you can, you know, take a chance on. Let's put it that way. If you have doubts because of what we have experienced, because of the kind of company Immeri is, take a chance on Immeri with just 300,000 naira. And I can assure you, in the next 6 months, working with the system, you will make your first million. In the next, let's say you are just an average person, you're not, you know, exerting yourself vigorously, you will make your first million. So you can be a millionaire with Immeri within 6 months if you take a chance with it.
Wow, guys, you have heard it from the one and only Mrs. Joy Olabisi Anyima, aka J Mama, the first seed of the Team Super Eagle. Very proud of you, very proud of your achievement, very proud of the value you've brought to the space and to the Immeri family in Nigeria. Thank you very much for taking your time to join us. But before we call it a wrap tonight. Let's bring up PNG.
Yeah.
Thank you, dear Mama. Thank
How are
you.
you?
I'm blessed. Thank you very much. Dear Mama, hello.
Thank you, Ma.
Good evening. You are one woman. You are my role model. Okay. I watch you mother your team. You are the virtuous woman personified. You wake up every early. You nurture them. I see how they snuggle close to you whenever you come to the office, and I say, wow, this is a family. Your team is indeed a family, and the fruit of your labor, you are really reaping it. Congratulations, and we are looking up to you. Thank you for honoring us. God will bless you in Jesus' name.
You too, Ma.
And to my fellow Immerians and to all the prospects in the house, I can tell you one thing, that I don't know if you listen to my testimony. I am proud to give that testimony because Immeri changed my story. I was at a low point, where I didn't know what was going to me because of menopausal issues. I started losing my self-confidence and my self-esteem. I love my husband so much, but we started drifting because of some gynecological issues due to menopause. I didn't understand it. I didn't know who to confide in. Okay. And with my level of education and exposure, spiritually and otherwise, I was at my wit's end until JSM came to my office and dropped this product. And within 1 week, I grabbed my marriage back. I got my husband back. I asked myself, all those nights that I was running away from my matrimonial obligation, all those money spent in hospital, okay, trying to find one solution to the issue, all those sleepless nights that I would stay back in my office up to 3 a.m. because I could not have good sexual relationship. I was so dry that KY jelly could not do anything for me. But just 3 sticks of virgin, I got my life back. I got my man back. And I know there are so many women out there, going through this. I know there are so many young girls out there going through issues. I know there are so many women with ovarian cysts, menstrual issues, hormonal imbalance. We have the products. I have, I like to swallow. My favorite food is swallow. 12 midnight, I am swallowing. The moment I got hold of Adwelle, I say, Immeri, you guys are the bomb. I'll eat, just take my cup of Adwelle, and I won't even feel as if there's something in my stomach. I wake up the next morning, you use the toilet 2 times, you could feel your bowel empty. For how much? For how much? The product we have does not have a price tag. That's all I can tell you. And above all, the money started coming. If you have a marital issue, I can tell you something, money answered everything. You cannot run a ministry. My husband is a pastor, I'm a pastor. You cannot run a ministry on empty hands. People will come to you believing that you are the solution that they want. But there's no way without money. With Immeri, I started earning. With Immeri, I mean, there's nothing like lockdown. I go to my back office and there is money. 6 weeks into Immeri, I saw 1 million. I was like, what is going on? I became a manager, I saw millions. My husband became a manager, we saw millions. In fact, for producing a manager that is my husband, they gave him 2.3 million. I was given 579,000. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not here to convince you. I'm here to let you know that if you don't join today, like J Mama said, you will join next month or 2 months time. By that time, maybe I will be in my house in Malaysia. Better come and join so that you'll be my neighbor. I will have fun. If there's too much traffic in Nigeria, we'll take the next available flight and head out to Bora Bora, like JSM said. Okay? Immeri is the answer. They are divinely positioned to answer our prayers. Thank you very much.
Okay, guys, thank you very much, PNG. I want to thank everyone that have stayed put to listen to us on this call. Now, haven't had me, haven't had Chief Duncan, haven't had J Mama, haven't had Pastor Ngozi Ufodike. Again, we tell you to get back to the person who shared this information, inviting you to this webinar, to this call tonight to begin your journey. Remember what J Mama said? She had it few hours. She did not allow the next day. Few hours later, she was in, and she was in with her husband. Let that be your story. Success loves speed. Money loves action takers. It's been my pleasure bringing this to you. And let me close by saying that nobody was born to win. Nobody was born to lose. Every one of us, whether we win or we lose, it's a product of our choices. You were born to choose. And it's my hope and my desire that you will choose to win with us, choose to win with Immeri, and let's begin the story together. Thank you very much. God bless you. Let's do this some other time. Today is Thursday. On Saturday, we have another session coming in. We look forward to seeing you then. God bless you.